What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all having a blessed day. And speaking of a blessed day, the housing market is really not giving many blessed times. Things are crazy, and they continue getting crazier. Listen to what Redfin says. 18.2% of all houses purchased are by investors in Q3 2021. Basically, investors are purchasing up to 1/5 of the houses in all of America. And then Redfin also states that about 76% of the offers investors are putting are all cash offers. And from what I'm seeing, even sight unseen. So if you're a first-time home buyer and you're wondering why house prices keep going up and also why is it so competitive, this is a huge factor. Specifically for the competitive side, investors are coming in hot with their offers. This makes a strong traditional loan look somewhat weak, even if it's over asking when it's sitting beside a cash offer. So in this video, I'm talking to you all about how investors are swallowing up a big portion of the housing market, how this could affect you, and what this means in the long run. So keep in mind, if you get any value from this video and if you enjoy it, please hit that free like button, and we're diving right in. Now, for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm a real estate agent and investor. I've flipped over 50 plus homes, and I do a lot of residential and commercial investing. On top of that, about 95% of my clients' portfolio is commercial real estate. However, I'm deep in the residential because of the developments I'm working on, and also I began my career in residential real estate, so I know it extremely well. Now, investors who buy houses, such as myself, we want one thing. This is two. We want one thing, and that is to make money. It's not because it's just fun to own real estate or because we like looking at the house or driving by it. It's because we want to make money. We want a cash flow. Now imagine that the statistics are saying by Redfin that 18.2% of all homes purchased in Q3 2021 have been by investors. To you, it might not sound like a lot, but that's a hefty amount. Almost 20% of opportunity for first-time home buyers or home buyers in general are getting beat by investors. Now, investors' demand is not all over the country right now. It's in specific areas where there's demand, where there's surges. And keep in mind what I shared with you in the beginning, investors want to make money, so they go where the money is. The specific cities that they're really pumping a lot of investment in and actually taking out home buyers and first-time home buyers are these cities as follows. West Palm Beach, Florida. We knew that. Denver, Colorado. Detroit, Michigan. Los Angeles, California. Cleveland, Ohio. And there's a longer list, but these are the main ones which make about 15 to 20% of investor purchases in those areas. So if you live in those areas and you're like, why is it so competitive? Why are houses selling so fast? Keep in mind about 15 to 20% of the buyers are investors that you're competing against. And also keep in mind, 76% of the offers investors are putting are cash. So now things might start making sense for you. Now it continues to get worse as I share with you these other states. Atlanta, Georgia is 32% investors are purchasing there. Phoenix, Arizona, 31.7%. Charlotte, North Carolina, 31.5%. And Miami, Florida, 28.1%. As you can see, it's city to city, state to state, all of it differs, but investors in certain areas are coming almost at 32% of the purchases. That is insane. So what you're seeing right now is the amount of percentage that investors bought in these specific areas. Anaheim, California, for example, 18.7% of the homes purchased there was by investors. Of course, Q3 2021. Atlanta, Georgia, 32% was investors. Imagine how crazy this is. Charlotte, North Carolina, 31.5%. Jacksonville, Florida, 28.3%. Las Vegas, Nevada, 28%. These are numbers that investors are coming into these specific states and cities and basically coming in strong and dominating because remember, they are cash buyers. Cash buyers meaning that they're making it so much more competitive for home buyers and first-time home buyers to win a home. Now we do have, like for example, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 6.4%. We have Montgomery, 5%. We have Nashville, Tennessee, 10.8%. They're not as dramatic as the 25-30 percentile, but they're still significant enough to make a group of home buyers not be able to purchase their dream home because these investors snagged it. So what I also wanted to share with you is if you pay attention and see, investors buy up record 90,000 homes in the third quarter. If you see right here, Q1 2020, there was 53,488 homes purchased, which is this graph right here, this line, purchased in Q1 2020. Then you're talking Q3 2021, 90,215 homes were purchased from investors. Look at how substantial that jump was. Almost a 70% increase from 2020 to 2021 Q3. I also wanted to share with you this right here, which is investor market share hits record, surpassing pre-pandemic levels. If you pay attention and see 16.6% Q1 2020, this is basically sharing the investors and how much homes they've purchased. Then look at that massive dip all the way down here, 11.2% for Q3 2020. Now this massive dip happened because now you saw the pandemic unfold. You started to get fears. Investors were worried. Nobody knew what's going to happen. And then as time started to progress and there was so much opportunity in the market, investors started to pick up. And now Q3 2021, 18.2%. Huge concerns. Huge fears was in the market, and investors decided now was opportunity after things cleared out, per se. Just like the Fed say this is transitory inflation, which I'm not even going to get into that. But this is showing you guys how investors' demand exploded trying to pick up all these homes that they see now having massive opportunity. And what does this mean with investors that are buying so much of these houses? It means that investors are wiping out opportunity for home buyers, specifically first-time home buyers. And that's why house prices keep going up, because the demand, the competition, the over-asking price, the waivers of appraisals and contingencies. Keep in mind, guys, when I get an offer for a client of mine, and I list a house on the market, and I get a cash offer for $500,000 and a traditional loan for $505,000, $5,000 more, I still may advise my client to take the $500,000 one, because it has no appraisals, no inspections, no contingencies, nothing. And that's exactly what's happening with these investors. They are outbeating all these traditional home buyers with the normal bank loans versus them coming in with cash. And you got to remember one thing, investors want to make money. They're not buying luxurious $1 million homes. They want cheap houses for $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 that they can pay with cash. And you have investors from Wall Street, you have hedge funds, you have mom and pops, you have LLC owners. They don't want to go pay $1 million, $2 million, $3 million for an investment property. They want to pay the cheaper prices. And those cheaper prices are hitting the first-time home buyers, hitting the traditional home buyers. And on top of that, it's making it more competitive, harder to find a home, making affordability not really affordable anymore. And what that's doing is leaving home buyers with the expensive real estate to purchase where they can't even afford it in the first place, and the affordable real estate already purchased by investors. So guys, things are brutal. And on top of that, the average rent prices rose 10.7%. That's the fastest growth in over 2 years. So 1, you can't buy a house. 2, you're paying premium for rents. 3, you probably can't even find rentals. There's a massive backlog with that. And then there's one more thing I want to throw in before I end this video that I'm going to make in a whole other video, but I thought it was important to mention is this. The federal government is about to back mortgages of up to $1 million for the first time. In short, what a conforming loan is up to $548,250. You can buy a home with a loan that's federally backed. Now what they're trying to do is raise this number up to $625,000 to $650,000. And on top of that, in some states, they want to raise it up to $1 million like Cali and New York because house prices are just so expensive. What does this mean? This means that the ability for home buyers to get bigger loans is now easier and cheaper, because before, if you wanted a loan bigger than $548,250 plus or minus, you have to get a jumbo loan, which is a bigger down payment, which is more expensive and more hefty of a process to go through. So if and when this passes, now the ability to take bigger loans, bigger mortgages, more than likely is going to drive up house values even more. It is crazy, and what we're dealing with right now is crazy. So what does this mean for you? This means if you're a home buyer, a first-time home buyer, and you're looking in the market to buy a home, you need to get more aggressive. You need to pay more attention. You need to figure out what city and state you live in and see what's the percentage of investors are buying in that area. Are they your competition? How can you throw an offer that is competitive? I know so many people who are waiting on the sidelines for a crash to come, and it's so tough to say a crash is not gonna come. But it's so tough to say a crash will come, because for the last couple of years, everything the government has been doing was kicking the can down the road. And anytime anything political happens, you have to understand that they will keep kicking the can down the road to make sure they're protected and they're elected. So as of right now, the confusion is insane. Some are waiting, some are buying, some are like, I don't even know what to do. So in this video, I'm just trying to give you perspective to see why the house prices keep going up, what kind of competition you're dealing with. And I've made a ton of videos on how you can make the right decision if you should buy today or if you should wait. I'm gonna link those up top somewhere so you can check them out, and hopefully it'll help you make a better decision on what you should do. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any value, hit the like button, and most importantly, subscribe. I upload every single week, new, fresh, and updated content that hopefully you will always love. Anyways, thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later. For right now, I'm out.